the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep me down.
Good morning! Some of our Teen Sports listeners, I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes! And all those people in businesses that support those teen athletes. We are loaded with co-hosts today. Know why? Because it's not raining anymore! Woo! Yeah, everybody wanted to come in. That's nice, yeah. Put out the all, everybody put their raincoats away. Everybody put their, look at that. I don't even have any jackets on. Like, this is how his sweat is, right? No raincoats, nothing.
And we're sweating.
Yeah, that's it, right? I like it. Dominique Hackett's in the house. Woo!
Good morning.
Michale Meyering. Woo! Michael Baker. Aaron Thomas. Everybody stop right now. Aaron Thomas. You only like a guest one time, and then I like the pick in the bio right now. New co-host, Aaron Thomas.
Oh, thank you.
Woo! Pure fitness and wellness. I like it. I think I made you a co-host because you dropped, how much, 60 pounds? And what did you do?
Well, now it's 64 pounds.
64 pounds?
Yep.
Is that anybody dumb 64 pounds? This guy's a co-host. He's going to write a book. He's got to write a book, and that's how it is.
I just want to know where that 11-year-old is now.
I don't know.
Exactly.
He disappeared.
You're right, 60. You jumped 64 pounds. The next thing, and Dominique is really good at writing books. We went away on a vacation, and 1 week we went. What do you call it? Cyclone. She wrote a book during a cyclone.
Wow.
Okay. Yes. Anybody who does that, she can teach you how to write a book.
Let's do it. No.
Yes, definitely. You did too.
I did.
Definitely. Dom, you want to say something or what?
So
You're looking at me. This is a radio show, Dr. D. It's not TV. It's radio. You got to talk.
I know that.
Okay. Say something.
So you doing health? What is it? Health and fitness? Was that what the terminology was?
Well,
or wellness and fitness. You couldn't decide on one, so you took them both.
Well, that's Dustin. That's the owner. So he liked Superior Fitness and Wellness Center because we're more than just the physical aspect. We like to train the mind. We really push good nutrition, and it's just a holistic approach to fitness.
Do you find it difficult, you and Dustin, to? I realize we have all of these wonderful farms and so forth in the area, and most of them are probably, I don't know this for a fact, but probably are organic, which is always good. But are you finding it more of a challenge because we are getting more imports from out of the country, and you don't know exactly what you're getting there?
Well, you gotta, if it has a label, turn it over and read it. I always like to say, if there's more than just a couple of ingredients in a nutrition facts, it's probably not that good for you. And that's, that's open-ended, but...
And if you can't pronounce them.
Yeah, exactly. If it's got 18 syllables. But, whole foods, organic foods are good. Shop at the farmer's market if you can. Just stay away from the GMOs, antibiotic-laden meat. You really want to spend...
Grow your own if you can.
Yeah, definitely. And you really want to spend that extra dollar on your nutrition because people say healthy food's expensive, but medical bills are expensive.
Even more so.
Yeah, so take care of yourself.
And we're in the process of where we live. Matter of fact, it's either this month or next that we're going to be bringing back our little chicken coop with 3 or 4 hens.
Nice.
And then we've been working on and building an above-ground greenhouse.
You're on it, man.
And just trying to put that all together. So, yeah, it honestly, it isn't really that hard.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
If you have just a little bit of extra time, you can get it done, I think.
Can work out really well. And then get rid of your car and run to work.
Yeah, there you go. Bicycle.
There you go.
Hey, I'm really excited because this is going to segue right in because, the baby gave it away, but we got Carolyn that just walked in. Something's good organic. Woo! During all the rains, and Dominique was saying, was kind of like an oxymoron almost, right? The first of the year, Santa Barbara, you read it to me, Dominique, grab the mic. You read it to her, you tell her, you're the one who now made the announcement, that Santa Barbara stops, what was it?
No more watering your front lawn.
Right.
So no more watering grass.
So basically I was looking at a lot of people were complaining, and I always like to look at things in the opposite, because I'm way ADHD.
This is an invitation.
Exactly. I was excited, okay, because, I'm like, okay, fantastic. So let's do something. So you actually introduced me to Carolyn because on my 55th birthday, all of a sudden, boom, I got this.
Boxes of something good organic.
Exactly. So that kind of started the whole thing. And then we ended up getting introduced to this wonderful woman over here to our right with the delicious. I can't get too excited because I'm going to start getting too excited. So we actually ended up in its partnership, right? And then she blurted out something that was just so amazing. Grow food, not grass. And I said, I'm going to steal that because it's absolutely brilliant. And then we just got on this mission. All right. So immediately the next day we started ripping out the front yard. Okay. And now that's all planted. And it just seems to be growing because Carolyn said, I want to support that concept. So the list kept growing and growing and growing. And basically what Something Good Organic teaming with Teen Sports Radio has done is anybody that shows us pictures before and after, what Something Good Organic is doing is serving the community as they're doing again and again and again by supplying a gift to those that are doing it by giving 1 month of free food, all right, to those, deliver to your door, folks. So rip out that front yard. You don't need that grass in there anymore. All right? Get rid of that grass. All right, grow food.
What's amazing is that when you plant your own garden, you realize, wow, this actually takes time. But with Carolyn's help, you're getting rewarded right away with tasty food, and it makes you just so hungry. You're salivating over your front yard, and you can't wait till you're ready to harvest it.
I just run out to the front. Breakfast, right? Give me some of that kale, Dominique.
Kale and the eggs is great.
Right. Okay. Now I have it. I'm going to start off with a really kind of silly question because I'm plugged in now because I'm just all this organic. So it took 6-7 months to get all that stuff out of me. Okay, like the weight and everything like this. Oh, I know, it's me. Okay, so all this stuff. I have a question. It's kind of silly. Okay, California, it's like a small country, okay? So we have this small country that we live in, all right? And I go to the grocery store and stuff, and I'm really plugged in now. And I see all this fruits and vegetables from other parts of the world.
Imported,
and I think that if I look at, because I'm very math-minded, so would you say that 80% of what we are producing, which is the real good stuff, what
California's producing?
Yeah, what California, thank you for filling in the blanks, because, this is radio. Why are we getting rid of all the good stuff? And why are we inputting all the garbage? I'm just asking. Why is all the number 9s, that's the good stuff, we're getting rid of all the 9s? And then I actually had a bite of something the other day because I think she brought it was actually in the 9. It should have been the 9 because we ran out of something because we only eat what you drop off it, but we ran out. So I tasted it and I spit it out. Then she got upset because she said put it in the compost, and I wouldn't even want to put that in our compost because now I'm really picky. I wouldn't even want to give it to my chickens. So can you answer that question because you're the person that would know? No,
we're looking for a farmer's comment.
Yeah, I have an opinion. I have a good thought on it. I don't have any science-based research. But I'd assume it's about the money, that it's about politics. It's about how stores like Ralph's and Vaughn's and those big Trader Joe's like to buy cheap. And they can't buy the cheap stuff from us. You're going to pay a little more for it. Your local health food store, Whole Foods, Gelson's. People who don't have these big superpowers over them telling them what to buy. Big hubs that they're looking from these ginormous farms to buy 500 pallets of lettuce so they can spread it out, And I think it's about money and politics. That the food's just not getting... Food's going to where people are paying for it, and then the people aren't demanding anything else. They're still shopping. As long as you shop at Ralph's and Vaughn's and Trader Joe's and buy plastic wrapped vegetables, that's what they're going to supply you with.
That's one of the things I have found so strange. You go into the grocery store, any of those that you've named, and there's, I don't know if it's a cucumber or a zucchini that's individually wrapped in plastic. I do not understand that.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
No, a cucumber has wrapping.
Yeah. Well, all of the plants fruit or vegetables have wrapping already.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't understand why they're doing that. It makes no sense to me at all. It's a waste.
It is.
You're going to laugh. One of the things I like about eating your lettuce is that when I take the leaves apart, there's dirt there.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, this is real food.
Literally, we pick it within 24 hours of you getting it. It's alive. It's breathing.
So I think part of it, Erica, is that people have forgotten what a real apple tastes like. We've forgotten what tomatoes really taste like. We've forgotten what our food tastes like. And with the amount of sugar and salt that we have been receiving in processed food, our taste buds have just gotten dummied down. So we're actually okay with less.
I don't know, folks. Okay, this is what I'm calling out all Santa Barbarans. Okay, and I've got actually Aaron in the house from Superior Fitness and Wellness, and I actually had a really good long conversation with Dustin Aliano, and he's on board. Okay, because it's like I told him, it's a great workout. Okay, and this Floridian...
Have your own garden.
Exactly. There's Floridians right now, okay? And nothing against Florida, okay? But they're not Californians, okay? No. And Florida is kicking our butt because what are they doing over in Florida?
It's called fleet gardening, I think it is. There's a... organization that will contact you, rip out your front yard, plant it, take care of it for you, give you a share of the produce, and then collect the produce and sell it locally. So they're literally running farms off of front yards.
Wow.
Stop!
And I'd like to add one thing really quick.
Add something!
I like how she pointed out Trader Joe's is with those big chains. A lot of people think that Trader Joe's has a ton of healthy stuff, and if you get anything from Trader Joe's that's healthy, very untrue. Flip over those frozen meals, read the ingredients. It's going to be the same as anything from Ralph's. Their produce isn't really that good. I don't shop there. I go Whole Foods, Lazy Acres, Sprouts, Gelson's.
And if you ever watch any of those restaurant shows like Ramsay's Nightmare Restaurants, and they go back there and they tout on their menus, fresh this, fresh that, fresh the other. He goes back into their refrigerator and freezer and he sees the frozen this, that, and the other thing they're offering fresh. That's not fresh. No. It's fresh frozen, but that's not how they promote it. So you're exactly right.
And I bet he gives them an earful.
And then some.
Chef Ramsay.
And then some. Yeah.
Dominique, I have a question for you. If we have actually a 55-acre camp, that's a lot of grass.
Let's go!
Let's figure out if there's a group that you can figure out that we can partner with, or if you know of a group, I would love to figure out how we can get rid of that grass. We need to still keep some of it for kids to run around on.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's watered. Wow.
55, how many?
55 acres.
55 acres.
55 acre.
We need to talk.
Got any room for rent? No.
Well, we can negotiate.
Wouldn't it be cool to be growing food for all of the United Boys and Girls Club?
I have
goosebumps.
My God! Look at this. Where's the camera?
Partner
got goosebumps.
Partner up with the farms. Partner up with Givens Farm, Fairview Garden. Partner up with everybody and teach the kids about growing food.
The only problem is that we found is labor. We've had a really hard time finding labor. No one wants to work $10 an hour to do the things that these guys do. And 55 acres is a lot of land.
I've got staff living up there, so we'll be okay. I think we'll be all right. we put that in the job description. What do you think?
On-board staff.
Yeah.
What do you think?
He also has a ton
when
of
Michael
kids
Baker's
that
in the
go
house,
to
put
the
your hands
camp.
together for Michael Baker! Hey, but we've got one more. Okay, I'm in shock right now. We were going to take a break, but listen, we got one more little thing that we got to tidy up, okay? Because a little bird told me, I actually made a phone call this morning, we haven't tidied up everything we needed to do down in Carpenter. Am I right? No. Let's real quick. All right,
so we're about a third of the way to our goal.
All right.
So our goal is to raise $158,000 for a new roof, which we desperately need.
Okay.
We're about a third of the way there. So if there's an angel person out there, which I know you have many of them listening, we certainly could use the help for the Boys and Girls Club.
Fantastic. Hey, but Eagle Roofing, right, in Carpinteria,
awesome.
right?
Eagle Roofing, we love those guys. They're going to completely remove the roof. That brought the cost down. They cut it down by about a third what the bill would have been. Wow.
Eagle Roofing, everybody stand up right now. Eagle Roofing. You're not standing. I'm not kidding you. Stand up. Stand up.
Standing ovation.
Stand up. Eagle Roofing. Somebody get a shot of that. Victoria, what do you want texting for? for. I need you to take a picture. That's right. Hey, let's take a short little break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. We got a ton of show. We got a line out the door, but I got to do Kristen Sneddon just walked in. Woo!
Hello.
We need a recap of the Promise program and everything that's going on with the Promise. What's going on?
Oh, the Promise just continues to be so wonderful. We have over 700 students locally taking advantage of that. And for those who don't know, it is free tuition, books, fees for local area students who've graduated from carpentry up to Santa Maria.
Nice.
This is really such a great opportunity. If finances have been a struggle, please come to school, and we're there for you. In college counseling, I just want to add this month in particular, March, is a really hard month for a lot of people. For incoming freshmen, they're hearing about from academies right now, getting some rejections, some acceptances, really figuring out where they're going to be for their next 4 years. And our high school seniors are in the same position, also hearing where they're accepted and rejected. And I just want to really send out the encouragement that the school or the program does not define you. You define what the program that you go to will be. And wherever it is that you go, bring what you have, and it will be just right for you. But
Nice.
it's a hard month for a lot of people, March.
We love you, Kristen.
Oh, feelings mutual, Erica.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Michelle from PAL. The Promise program for the youth we serve is just a godsend. I know we have a couple of graduates who are involved in that program, and many of our seniors this year are going through the process of getting in. So thank you, because most of our kids are first generation high school graduates and college students. So and this is incredible.
It's really serving such a large population, and not just first generation students, but also students who are now choosing City College as a first choice school. And it's really creating a more diverse campus for everyone. It's a really wonderful thing. I'm really happy to hear that people are taking advantage.
Yeah. It provides resources for our kids. We have one boy in your automotives program.
Yes.
That's amazing. And we're looking at starting the drag program, and I know there's been some crossover with SBCC. So it gives these kids who may not be on a 4-year track those skills they need to go back into the world and succeed.
Yeah, a lot of trades and also a lot of athletes have extended opportunities coming to City College. You know, they can I don't know, just start fresh in a new way and then go on if that's their goal, or end up with a really nice AA degree, or also a technical credential. Yeah.
I was under the impression that it went up only to Gaviota. So you're dealing with students from Santa Maria as well.
Yes, the whole county.
I didn't know that. I was told it was from Carpinteria to Gaviota. So Lompoc as well.
I believe so. I would want to double check that. But
That's
it's the
good to know.
entire county.
That's really good to know.
It's a large county.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was told that it was going from Carpinteria up to Gaviota, and that. So I think
all
that's going to be
Santa Barbara County.
Fantastic. Oh, that's wonderful. It's wonderful to know.
All right, since we had on the mic here, Michelle, why don't you introduce your guest? Michelle with the PAL program. Woo!
Thank you. I have brought Nicholas or Nico Salamanca. He has been a member of PALS. He's a junior in high school right now, probably since 6th, 7th grade.
Since around 7th grade.
Yeah. So he has done most of the sports program and has joined our Youth Leadership Council. So tell us a little bit about your experience at PAL. What are you doing now?
Right now I am part of the Youth Leadership Council. We basically we fundraise money in order to go on certain trips, and we also do community service for the community.
Yeah. You're going to laugh, but when you run your council, do you use the Robert's? Thank you. Do you use the rules for running your council?
They do have a governing board, and that's one of the things that they are working on. Nicholas is brand new to the program, but we are sort of teaching them that. We invite them to our board meetings to present. But Nico is also part of our jiu-jitsu program.
Yes, I have been part of the jiu-jitsu program for about a year. Before that, I did wrestling, so when I heard about it, I was very interested.
Awesome.
So what's the plan after high school?
Okay, so at first I wanted to do CC. I still do.
The Promise program. It's
Yes,
a good program.
that was the main reason why I considered it. And then also, my very first pick was UCLA or Cal Poly.
I'm just going to put a plug out there because Albany's a really good school. You may want to look at Albany as well. The weather this time of year is just spectacular.
So can anyone join the PAL program? How does that work?
Until recently, it was you had to be from 7th grade or higher, and where you pull the plug was around the age of 18.
Pull the plug. Yeah, 11 through 18 years of age. Okay. We do have one program, our Explorer Post, that goes through the age out at 21. But you have to be active in school.
Okay.
My question about the parliamentary procedure was kind of a funny one because we've had a lot of adults having to be on boards and so forth, and a lot of us don't understand or are able to respect those parliamentary procedures. So I'm just passing on to you that's really fantastic that you're part of a leadership council and you're getting to learn how to do this because it is so important as you work with all the various nonprofits in town and stuff. You'll be more effective. Congratulations.
Yeah, I wanted to join the board, and once I did, I liked what they were doing. So next year I want to join the executive board in order to become part of the vice president of WOWC.
For our listeners who might not know, what is the PAL program?
We are the Police Activities League. So our mission is to sort of build that bridge between the youth, law enforcement, and the community, provide that positive interaction. And we do that through activities at our teen center. So all the programs we offer are free of charge. We have jiu-jitsu, like we said, a Bold and Gold program. We have golf. We're starting a new boxing program. We have 2 leadership programs, guitar, flamenco, and tutoring. So kids can just stop 1235 right down the street.
Fantastic. Do you teach any nutrition programs?
We don't, not specifically, but we do have a Bold and Gold program.
Awesome. Good question. Hey, let's take a little break. This is Erica Salda. Dance break. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Better late than never, Lil Schneider. Woo! Put your hands together.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Got that Adidas cap. I like it.
Thank you for having me again.
3 leaves. Yeah.
Glad to be back.
Because we're growing food, not grass.
Correct.
I don't know if you missed the whole segment. Okay, your mother rip out the yard yet or what? No?
Not yet.
We're going to do that, though, right? You missed the 55 acres here that Mr. Michael Baker just donated. Put your hands together.
Thank you, Michael Baker.
55 acres.
I didn't donate that, but that's okay.
That's right.
My board members just drove off the road.
Yeah, right. I thought you donated it. That's right. It's on Facebook. I already posted it. Michael Baker donated 55 acres. Don't you like how things just blow up? Okay. That's nice. Here, have a loaf of bread. Oh, that's mine. Sorry. It's got the olives in it. I don't know why she gives me always olives. I'm allergic to olives. Here. No, I'm kidding. I love olives. No, are they? No, actually, it's mine. I always give everything away. I've got your bread underneath the thing here. All right, chair. All right, here. You want to talk? I'm going to let you talk. Sourdough Bread Lady is in the house. We have so much bread. Put your hand. We have so much bread. I'm hiding it.
Thank you.
We love you. We love Victoria.
With
Thank
a special demand, this bread made with nuts and fruits. No, nuts and fruits and honey in it. So it's kind of like breakfast bread, but it's also
for champions.
But it's also has no yeast. It's raised by slow fermentation method.
Nice.
And it's made with sprouted and fermented grains.
We have 55 acres now. Can we put?
Yeah, that would be great.
Can we? met
spelt.
his wife on those acres. Right? Did you meet her? You meet her there, right?
I met my wife at the 55 acres making that bread, which was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Also, for all
Can you
wives
do this?
out
What
there,
is it, smelt or lelt? What is it?
it's a spelt.
Spelt.
But I have a
S-P.
message to all
Can we grow
women.
spelt on those 55 acres?
Yes, I would love that. Yes.
Is spelt legal? I don't even know what that is. What is
Spelt.
Everything's legal now.
Exactly. They passed spelt. Spelt is passed.
It's the most legal grain.
Yeah, okay.
And I want to say to all the women out there who is listening, if you bake bread at your house, it doesn't matter from what grain. It can be just white flour bread. The smell in the house and all the molecules of that smell of the bread in the house will bring the whole family together, and you can get any man you want.
I always have to say that my husband does the baking in our family, but it does have that same effect.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
And how do we get our hands on this bread?
Well, yeah, you have to know the Queen of Teen because I've got my 2 ankles wrapped around this bag.
Well, I got connects.
Yeah, or you can text me or call me.
How do we get a hold of you?
At the 805-636-9454. Or you can even see my website, SourDoughBreadLady.com, or email me at SourDoughBreadLady@gmail.com.
That's right. Put your hands together. Thank you. All right, Leo Schneider, who did you bring today?
Well, I'm happy to say I brought Jeff Koval onto the show today.
Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to be here.
Yeah. Very happy to have Jeff with us today. Jeff has been a basketball coach for a while in the area and in Southern California. I'll allow him to kind of elaborate on his background a little bit, but he's here today as my guest to talk about a couple opportunities upcoming this summer. Nice. And so, yeah, Jeff, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little about your background.
All right, thanks, Leo. So I'm a Santa Barbara transplant, born and raised in Orange County, and then about 7 years ago, Bob Williams over at UCSB allowed me to come on to his staff as Director of Basketball Operations. Spent a few years coaching under him, coaching under Joe Zamora at Dos Pueblos, and then up until last year, I was the varsity coach at Bishop Diego. And in my time, especially at Bishop Diego, I noticed that a lot of kids play multiple sports. And working with Bob and Joe and even my program at Bishop, I ran summer camps every year, but all the summer camps were sports specific. So you could only play basketball, only play baseball, soccer, whatever. And there was nothing that really was marketed towards kids that played multiple sports. And so this year, I've rented out the campus at Bishop, and we're hosting the inaugural Next Level Sports Camp, which is going to focus on baseball, basketball, football, soccer, and volleyball. And we have some of the best local coaches. We hired some of the best local coaches that will give kids an opportunity to try new sports or improve their skills in what they're already doing.
I think it's brilliant. Great idea. I never understood. I was contrary to popular belief, I was a 3-star athlete. 3-sport, I should say. 3-sport. Out of 10 stars, I got 3 stars.
3-sport star.
But anyways,
3-sport star.
that's a whole other story. But I never understood the logic. Today, the modern sports program, the coaches will say, I only want you playing basketball. You're not playing anything else. Right. I always wanted kids that were well-rounded, right. That played multiple sports.
Plus stress fractures.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Injuries, specification to
overuse injuries
completely
in everything. I have a quick question for you, because at PAL, we are the center hub for the Campership Alliance program, and we work with 14 different agencies to distribute college summer camp scholarships. So if you have any opportunities to provide summer camp scholarships to families, let me know. We sort of are the same. We qualify them, we distribute them, and we just get your paperwork. We do everything out. But we've allocated about 500 scholarships a year each summer.
That's
through
amazing.
The zoos, the museums, Elings, Parks and Rec. Yeah, we have Boys and Girls Club families come over. They register all through us. And these families that need them, they know they just come to PAL. So I'll get you my.
We would be happy to donate scholarships. We're all about giving as many kids the opportunity to participate and play as we can.
How do we get a hold of you?
You can check our website out, nextlevelsportscamp.com.
Nice.
Has online registration, bios of all the coaches, sample schedules, everything.
Great.
So,
Jeff Koval, put your hands together.
Thank you, guys.
We got a lot of shows, so come back. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Okay, folks, if you're not in the front yard ripping it out, okay, I'm a little disappointed, okay? And if you just joined us, you are late, but that's okay, too, okay, because I'm in a really good mood. Dominique, I mean, what you have done in the front yard, honestly, it's just, like, amazing. If you have any questions, we have a master gardener on board. Dominique Hackett, what is your email address?
My email address, send it to Santa Barbara Wellness Center. So that's Santa Barbara Wellness Center Incorporated at gmail.com.
Very good. Thank you. It was really nice. Okay, so in the house, put your hands together. We have Sandy Go! Woo! We are very blessed. We're going to have, I think this is 5 or 6 years. This is
our 5th year.
5th year. Okay, Santa Barbara Expo, Business Expo.
Business Expo and Conference.
And Conference is going to be here at the Fest Parker. And I'm really excited because Sandy actually reached out to Teen Sports Radio, I'll just say, and we're excited. We're going to be partnering, okay, with the Santa Barbara Business Expo.
The date is Saturday, April 29th, the last Saturday of the month.
Yes, and it was really cool. I mean, today she's so adorable. She came over for breakfast, right? I cooked.
It was delicious.
Was it? Oh,
so fresh.
Oh, very fresh.
From the garden.
From the garden.
From the garden and from the chickens.
From the chickens, from the garden.
It was the best.
Yeah, it was. I had my slippers on. I told her, don't get all dressed. Because I really didn't know what it was about, because I've never actually been to an expo, right? Because Dominique and I pretty much have always been entrepreneurial kind of women, right?
Kind of grassroots, one-on-one.
Yeah.
So an expo is a really interesting opportunity.
It is. And this one is a grassroots network and expo.
Well, it was cute because, like, you sent me this email today, just confirming today's plans, radio show, and your husband was going to come, but he's not here. But that's okay. We didn't need him today.
Got tied up in work.
He was busy. That's okay. Somebody's got to bring home the bacon, as they say.
Exactly.
Hey, it's true. He's ripping out your front yard, right? No, I'm just saying. No, okay. No, he's over.
We actually have a farm.
He's checking out the 55 acres Michael just donated. Okay, no.
If I understand correctly, Sandy has a farm.
Yes.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that. Okay, and then can you give us a few tips and questions I might ask? And then I emojied her because I'm a horrible text or email, so I do a lot of the emojis. Thank God for emojis. And then questions, and then I said, "Don't be afraid," and I give you the big scared emoji, and then I gave you a kiss emoji. Isn't that cute?
Yes.
And I didn't. Did you find that fascinating?
It's very fascinating.
Did you? Because this is what we do, right? This is a show about nothing. Okay, so what I want to know, though, my first question to you is Business Expo, how did you come up with the idea? Because I think it's a great idea, even though I've never been. I've been to a gem festival, and I bought my jacuzzi at the thing at Earl Warren. Right?
A household
garden festival, garden thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
but the Business Expo is business to business.
Yeah. So how did you come up with that? You're sitting down, all of a sudden you had a Yahtzee moment? What?
Yeah,
no, I don't know.
We noticed that businesses were kind of struggling, a lot of economic challenges. And my husband and I were thinking, how do we bring all the resources together? Because there's so many incredible, talented people in Santa Barbara, but they seem to not be connected when it matters for busy business owners that don't have time to go to networks or time to even look out of their four walls.
Right.
So this is one day, one place to bring all the resources together. But we actually we're creative and kind of innovative also. We've got several areas. It's not just business, but we have other, it's like extra parties. We've got health and wellness, and
you have various speakers that
Yes.
are speaking on different topics.
Exactly. Yeah, we have two great Hall of Fame keynote speakers coming in, Jim Cathcart and Patricia Fripp. They both are very highly regarded in the National Speakers Association. I know I noted for Patricia Fripp, it says first woman president of the NSA, but the NSA means National Speakers Association. Just to clarify that.
What types of businesses come together? Are they mostly commerce or services?
They're services. Anything that any business owner would need, like from practical business planning to financial resources, web design, social media, marketing, and counseling and coaching.
Oh, one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
Yeah.
How many businesses have you had attend this in the past?
We have an average of 200 in the
Wow.
United States. Yeah.
200.
I have a question. So, like because Santa Barbara is like the number one hub for nonprofits, I think, in the world. We have more nonprofits than. I think we have like people. Like you're right. That's very funny. Michelle made it funny. Michelle from PAL made it very funny. I think we have like over 1,000.
We have over 2,000.
2,000. Did I say 1,000
Yeah.
times two?
Times two.
Two times. Okay. So over the 2,000. So, but you are helping a nonprofit.
Yes.
Okay. Who are we helping
It's
this year?
Habitat for Humanity.
We
of
love
Santa Barbara.
Habitat.
Yeah.
We love Habitat. Okay. So how did we pick Habitat? Let's talk about the Habitat.
Each year we do pick a nonprofit to benefit through our publicity to help people understand their value, and then we donate a portion of the sales to them. We picked Habitat for several reasons. Well, one thing I was kind of inspired because my husband's a general contractor, G&G Construction, and so we see the value of building and using resources. And then also a very good friend of mine recently passed away who was in the board for Habitat for Humanity. So, so that's.
But you do welcome nonprofits. You do welcome anybody, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people don't understand. Nonprofit just means that the profit that the company makes goes back into the company. So nonprofits and charities have a balance sheet and a P&L statement, and they have to figure out how to gather the means to do the activities that they want to do. So their participation in the Business Expo, it would be great.
Yes, very much so. Everyone that you meet, all these resources you can use not only if you're for, profit business, nonprofits, or even if you're in missions work. There's just so many resources, and the connections are incredible. And we're by business owners for business owners, so we also have an online business directory so that we can connect throughout the year.
I've got one for you that's keeping me out of an entrepreneurial venture. Taxes. In 1994, for 1 year, I had a business. I got hit with a $3,000 tax bill because I didn't know all of the ins and outs. I had to fill Schedule C and this and that. And then before I knew it, I owed them $3,000.
Yeah,
I said I will never do that again because I don't know. So I would say if I ever do it again,
you come to.
I want to get a CPA or an accountant who can take care of that for me, so I don't even have to think about it.
Right, because the more you thrive, then the more you can give back to the community.
Exactly,
and that's what we're all.
But I can't thrive if I'm stressing over that whole aspect, and that's huge for a lot of companies.
It just takes
nonprofits
a little bit
as well.
Knowledge and getting the people that have gone through that. The speakers we always have that are successful now, they are generously sharing from their wisdom and their experiences.
Do you also have like student interns who get an opportunity to come?
Yes, definitely. Students, bring your resumes with you. You have the opportunity to meet face-to-face prospective employers and other free resources for education.
So where is that conference again?
It's at Fess Parker's, Doubletree.
And when?
It's on Saturday, April 29th. 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
How much is an entrance?
Oh, well, the patios areas and the hallway area is completely free. That's all the employee and career resources. And then the health and wellness, that's all free. The conference for listening to the speakers and the breakout session and the experts there, it's only $25 to enter.
Health and wellness, are they going to sell something there?
Yeah.
Or?
Yes.
Can I sell my bread there?
Yes, you can. We welcome that.
So just to be clear, for all the young entrepreneurs in this town, the business coaching is only $25 on Saturday.
Yes, you get free consultations there, and in the hallway you can get even more stuff free.
Excellent.
And Michael Baker met his wife at an expo.
After they hung out on the farm.
How many wives this guy got?
Oh, and you also get a chance to be on TV. TVSB will be there filming, and everyone has a chance to be a part of it.
We would love to promote this. We have an event that same day, our rally, our big fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Clubs. But if you get me a link, we could put it on our website.
Wonderful.
To promote the Business Expo and what's happening with the United Boys and Girls Club. So we'd be happy to do that because I think what you're doing is amazing.
That's great.
This never ends. Too much love going on. Okay, take a break, get some water, get back in your front yard, and rip it out. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. John Martony put everybody's up. Oh, he kept standing and not. First thing I gotta do is can you reach down because I have a bad hip? Yeah. Thank you. Can you get? He gets the first loaf. That's John Martony you're talking to your right.
Lucky man.
Okay. Oh my God, look at this. It's breaking the bag. Okay. All things, all sports. John Martony, right here. Oh my, this is a little loaf. Yeah. Oh really? Oh. Don't you have big ones? Really? What happened to the loaves?
Spreading the love further.
Oh. Yeah, but it's John Martony.
Okay. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
I always give away my loaf, John.
Thank you very much. Thank you for lunch and dinner.
Big loaf, John. Put your hands together, John Martony.
Absolutely. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
John, we love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Is there a sport in Santa Barbara you haven't covered? Tell the truth.
Probably not, actually, to be honest.
You've hit them all.
Yeah, I think so.
Does anybody in this room not know
curling,
who this man
have
is?
you covered curling? It's huge in
Albany.
Some country. I don't know where.
Yeah, I haven't done any curling, but and I've never been involved with a curling iron also.
Well, obviously Doc and I neither have.
Yeah, well, I've been too involved, and that's really what. Yeah.
John, when did you get started?
Oh boy!
How old were you?
I was
6. First microphone.
My first on air was 20 years old as a play-by-play announcer.
Westmont.
I was 19 as a disc jockey.
Westmont?
I did Santa Barbara City College football and Westmont basketball. So I was still a student at the time, actually.
You pitched?
I was a pitcher, yeah. Played at UCSB for a year, then transferred, graduated from Westmont, and played 2 years professionally after that.
Nice.
You know, I'm always so impressed when you do the play-by-play. How do you remember everybody's names? And when you retell the story for us to hear it, it's like you know all the players.
Yeah, I basically just fake it.
Okay, first of all, Dominique's a fan now, okay? She's a big fan because I make her listen, right?
No, it's all in preparation. You know, that perfect preparation prevents poor performance is really a credo that you use. It really, it's down to the 5 Ps. If you prepare well, prepare for every situation that can go wrong, and you'll be able to handle it. I talk to kids all the time. There's people that... I tell them you have to be ready for any situation. You could have a million things to talk about, a great running back or someone like Aaron, who was a great linebacker at DP, did his games. That running back that you have a million things to talk about could hurt his ankle on the second or third play of the game. Well, you're not going to be talking about that guy the rest of the game. So you have to know every player, everything about them, both statistically and human interest.
Do you keep little flashcards, or it's all in your memory?
No, I have a lot of notes. With radio, it's a little easier because you're painting a picture and a portrait of the broadcast, so you can have a lot more notes. Television, my pregame shows and postgame shows, it's mostly memorization because you're on the field, stuff like that with the microphone. So I had one person come up to my producer one year, and I was doing the pregame show, and this guy came up and his wife and said, "Where's John's notes?" And Brock Hoffman, who was my producer-director, said, "He's John Bleepin' Martony. He doesn't use notes." So I thought it was a nice comment, but it's really all the key in preparation, usually for a radio broadcast, 10 to 15 hours per game. Television, you'll put in about 20 hours per broadcast.
Wow. So in all your years of broadcasting, what would you pick as the most memorable moment? You said this would be the most memorable moment for you that you called?
Foresters.
There's been plenty of them. My very first game was a City College football bowl game. So they won the game. That was my very first broadcast. Later that same year, I got to broadcast with Bill Burkout at UCSB, and we actually called Magic Johnson. It was Magic Johnson's Midsummer All-Stars, and it was pros versus college. It was Magic's first game that he had broadcast after his HIV diagnosis. And that was on November 7th of 91, and in May of 92 is when we had the game at the Thunderdome. So that was a big thrill. I got to interview Magic and talk to all the NBA guys and a lot of college players. Foresters certainly doing their championship run this past summer was fantastic. I called 24 innings of baseball. They had a 12-inning extra inning game. The game before lasted 19 innings, and I picked it up from the 6th inning because that was our scheduled time to go on the air. Calling Westmont basketball has been great. Their national championship game 2 years ago. 2 years ago, both teams made the Final Four. The men made it all the way to the championship game. The women won it all in 2013. So, yeah. There's been plenty of them. Yeah.
He has no notes in front of him as he's rattling off these dates, and none of that.
I don't have any notes either.
I just tell the fans I try to fool them one game at a time. That's basically been my...
And not to necessarily speak out of school or reveal any secrets, but when we're doing the radio broadcast, sometimes the breaks will go long or they will come back faster than the commercials, and I'm not going to cut the commercials. I mean, that's sloppy broadcasting. Yep. But when you come back, this happens mostly with football. You'll come back, and you will be doing the play. Play's over.
Yes.
It's done. And you will recreate it. Wow. I can only imagine what the fans in the stands are saying, but
sometimes
that happens.
Sometimes you get weird looks when you're doing that, but definitely in radio, that's something you can do.
I got to say, okay, in your future, I see your own show. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah.
God bless John Martony.
Yeah. No, I've had a few offers.
We love you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done it, get out there, take out your front lawn, grow food. Something's Good Organic is going to give you food for a month if you do it. God bless Santa Barbara. See you next week.